Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, Boy in the Evening with No Plans. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. There are evenings that arrive with a checklist. Emails to answer. Dishes to wash. Messages to reply to. And then there are evenings that arrive quietly, like a soft sigh at the end of a long day. This was one of those evenings. I came home with no plans. No dinner reservations. No meetings. No deadlines. Just a tired body and a mind that felt like it had been running all day without stopping. The sky outside my window was turning the color of warm milk tea, and the air felt gentle and still. And there was Boy. Boy was already waiting by the door before I even turned the key. I don't know how he always knows the exact second I arrive, but he does. Maybe it's the sound of my footsteps. Maybe it's magic. Or maybe it's just love. He sat there with his fluffy tail curled neatly around his paws, pretending not to be too excited. But the moment I opened the door, he stretched dramatically, as if he had been waiting for centuries. "Oh, you're back," his golden eyes seemed to say. "Yes," I whispered, dropping my bag. "And we have absolutely nothing planned tonight." At the word, nothing, Boy blinked slowly. If cats could smile, I'm sure he did. I changed into comfortable clothes and sat down on the floor instead of the couch. It felt right. Boy walked over immediately and pressed his small, warm body against my leg. He purred, soft at first, then louder, like a tiny engine that only ran on affection. There was something special about not having a plan. No rush. No expectations. Just the quiet sound of Boy's purring and the faint hum of the city outside. I reached for my phone out of habit, but before I could unlock it, Boy gently placed one paw on my hand. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't demanding. It was simply there. "Stay?" So I did. We moved to the living room. I lay on the rug, staring at the ceiling. Boy climbed onto my chest as if it were his rightful throne. His whiskers tickled my chin. His eyes half closed, completely at peace. In a world that constantly tells us to do more, achieve more, become more, Boy seemed to whisper a different message. Just be. He rolled onto his back, exposing his fluffy belly in complete trust. I gently rubbed it, knowing how lucky I was. Cats don't give their trust easily. It is earned in small moments. Consistent feeding, gentle hands, patient listening. We watched the sky slowly darken. The room grew softer as evening settled in. I didn't turn on the television. I didn't open my laptop. Instead, I watched Boy watch the world. He was fascinated by everything. The shadow of a leaf moving outside the window. A distant car passing by. The tiny dust particles floating in a beam of fading light. To Boy, nothing was ever truly nothing. At one point, he suddenly jumped off my chest and ran across the room at full speed for no apparent reason. Then he stopped, looked at me with wide eyes, and ran back. I laughed, really laughed, for the first time that day. He began chasing his own tail, spinning in clumsy circles before collapsing dramatically on his side, as if exhausted by his own greatness. I clapped softly. He flicked his tail proudly. "Very impressive," I told him. He blinked again, slow, confident. Later, I made a simple dinner. While I cooked, Boy sat nearby, not begging, not meowing loudly, just watching. His presence felt like quiet company. Not demanding, not draining, just steady. After dinner, I washed the dishes slowly. Usually, I would rush. But tonight, I let the water run gently over my hands. I listened to the sound. I felt the warmth. Boy sat on the counter, supervising like a tiny manager. And I realized something. Doing nothing with Boy didn't feel empty. It felt full. Full of warmth. Full of quiet understanding. Full of small, unnoticed joys. When I finally sat back down, Boy climbed onto my lap without hesitation. He circled twice before settling in. His purring filled the room again, soft and steady. Outside, the world continued its busy rhythm. People rushed home. Traffic lights changed. Phones buzzed. But inside this small room, there was only calm. And a cat who reminded me that sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is rest. That evening with Boy had no grand events. No big conversations. No life-changing announcements. And yet, it changed something in me. In today's fast-moving world, we often measure our worth by how much we accomplish. We fill every empty space with noise, screens, tasks, notifications. We forget that rest is not laziness. Presence is not unproductive. Silence is not wasted time. Boy taught me that an evening without plans can be a gift. When we slow down, we notice the small miracles, the sound of purring, the warmth of a body leaning against ours, the simple comfort of shared space. Animals live fully in the present. They do not worry about tomorrow's schedule or yesterday's mistakes. They respond to love with trust and to kindness with loyalty. When we choose to care for them gently and responsibly, we build a bridge between species, one built on patience, respect, and mutual healing. So tonight, maybe leave 1 hour unplanned. Sit with your pet. Put your phone away. Listen to their breathing. Let yourself exist without pressure. In doing so, you may discover what Boy already knows. Life does not always need a plan to be beautiful.